Alright, we are back with another D&D movie time, and tonight we are going to be watching what I have dubbed Finam, which Cora has forgotten what I told her what we were watching, so she's thinking it's Five Nights at Freddy's, which is so far from the truth because I think we already did a review for Five Nights at Freddy's on the channel. So she'll be surprised at least a little bit. I think she said she's maybe seen this before. So this might be a second time watch for her.
Are you talking about that whip off of Five Nights at Freddy's?
There isn't, no, not Willy's Wonderland.
Okay, thank God.
But you guys can see what it is on screen. She'll find out here in a minute once we get started. So I can't really ask her anything because she forgot. But yeah, so I have seen this movie a couple times in the past. It's okay, it's pretty good. I'm interested to see how I'll look at it now with a more critical eye and scoring it and everything. But I do enjoy this movie, so I hope if Cora hasn't seen this before, she'll enjoy it too. But we will see you all after the movie.
Bye!
I'm Larry Daly. I got a job interview with Cecil Fredericks.
Let me point you in the right direction.
Right. Ah, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yes,
He was our fourth president, right?
26.
26th. This is the kid who wants to be the new night guard.
He looks like a weirdie.
I'll give you a little tour. This is the diorama room. I remember these little guys. On the left there is your Till of the Hun. And this is the Hall of African Mammals. That's cute. He's quite a little ball of fun, aren't you, Dexter? It can get a little spooky around here at night, so you might want to put a few lights on. And the most important thing of all to remember, don't let anything in or out. Out?
Everything in this museum comes to life at night. It's freaking awesome. This is a museum. Oh, come on, turn around. Let's talk for cows. Can I have those, please?
Fire of the Iron Horse, boys.
Crying out loud.
Come to work with me tonight. You won't be disappointed. This is
Alright, so we just finished what movie, Cora?
Night out at the museum.
And what was this movie about?
So basically, this guy is like you and me, except if you watch the movie, you know.
He's down on his luck and he desperately needs a job.
And the job that he gets is a museum job.
More specifically, what kind of job?
A security guard.
Oh. And he works overnights?
Yes.
That sounds like another movie that had an overnight security guard. And what happens at this place where this guy is the overnight security guard. Put down. Play with things. Sit back. Well?
With the special tablet, everything in the museum comes to life.
Okay. Can you get on with it? And he basically has to maintain order, right?
Yep.
But there are some bad guys who want to do some bad things.
Yeah. Yeah, spoiler alert, because they say it in the movie, so spoiler alert. When they've been at the museum for so long that the amulet is reflecting on them, and they feel younger, but when it turns back to day or morning, they're back to the age where they have to with a cane. They can't do karate chops or high kicks or any of that.
Yeah.
So they want to basically steal the amulet or tablet. No, not this era tablet, like an Egyptian tablet. Because it literally belongs to an Egyptian.
Yes.
Is my cough affecting my mouth? Is it affecting my speech?
I don't know. But anyways, so do they successfully steal the tablet?
At first, but they don't. They catch two, but the main head leader is like, the car broke down because it had a flat tire, so like,
Do they get the tablet back?
Yep.
Do they save the day?
Yep.
Alright. And so that's basically Night at the Museum. Or Five Nights at Freddy's, which has a similar premise.
No!
And it does.
No!
Both movies have an overnight security guard, a guy who gets a job as an overnight security guard where things come to life at night. So is the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's clearly wanted to make a scary version of A Night at the Museum.
In this version, it's an amulet or tablet or whatever the frick you want to call it.
And we got to see 4 nights at this museum.
Whatever you want to call it. It is not whipping off or FNAF is not whipping off this or the other way around.
Well, it can't be the other way around because this came out before Five Nights at Freddy's.
It doesn't matter because it was not happening.
But anyways, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will give our final thoughts and scores. See y'all in a minute.
Bye.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Shawn Levy begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend, Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, starting with Cora. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Night at the Museum?
10 out of 10.
Who is your favorite character?
Larry.
Larry?
Yeah. I should call Gigantico. Gigano.
Gigantor?
Giganto. What?
Gigantor.
Gigantor. Gigantor.
I thought you were going to say the Wild West dude. The guy who was in Shanghai Noon. Or probably... Actually, I thought your favorite character was going to be the statue head.
Yeah,
The
he
Easter
was
Islands.
my second favorite character.
Why?
You know dum-dum. You give me dum-dum.
You have a toy of that Easter egg statue, don't you? I think somewhere in your room.
Great, now I know when my gum addiction started.
Anyways, what was your favorite scene?
What do you expect?
I don't know.
You know dum-dum if you give me gum-gum.
He calls him New Dum Dum.
New dum-dum.
I thought it was going to be when he was slapping the monkey. Why are you slapping that monkey?
You're slapping a plastic thing. A cardboard, whatever it's made out of.
What did you think of Teddy Roosevelt?
That's good.
Are you going to remember that he was the 26th president?
Probably not, because we don't have history yet.
You'll have history at some point. You know, though
Yeah, in middle school.
You should have history already.
Yeah, in middle school.
Are you going to remember about Sacagawea?
Sacagawea?
The Indian girl, Sacagawea? And how she led Lewis and Clark? I almost said Lois and Clark. Like Superman. It was Lewis and Clark. Are you going to remember that when you get to that part in school? Anything else you want to say about this movie and how close it was like FNAF?
It is not like FNAF. There were multiple differences.
Cora, aside from the fact that Five Nights at Freddy's is a horror franchise, this is pretty much exactly like FNAF.
No,
You cannot watch this movie and tell me that this is not like a kid-friendly version of FNAF. The guy who made Five Nights at Freddy was clearly inspired by this story. On some level. There's way too much in common.
Can I speak now?
No, there's way too much in common with this movie. And even if it's not Scott Kaufman, it was probably the writers of the actual movie of FNAF. And I think that might be a reason why some people didn't like that as much. Even though I think a lot of people did like it.
Can I talk now?
No! You've been talking. You've been making noises instead of talking.
Say you will stop!
Well, that clearly didn't work, did it?
I'm gonna talk now!
Hurry up.
There are multiple reasons why. One, there are too many animatronics to be in it. A normal FNAF game, unless you count Ultimate Custom Night. If so, that I'm not counting that as the actual FNAF game. But one, it's in a museum. Two, humans are animatronics and don't go inside human little children don't go inside animatronics that just look like humans. That
Yes.
just makes no sense.
And clearly you did not pay attention to what I was saying, as they wanted to make a horror version of Night at the Museum. A scary version. So they obviously changed several things. They changed several things, but at its core, things come to life, right?
There were...
It involves a security guard, right? Okay, then end the story.
There are multiple reasons.
We're moving on to my score. You just keep bringing up all the stuff that makes it a horror. I get that that's a horror. But this is a family-friendly version of that story. It's the same story, just a family-friendly, non-horror version. Of course, yours has a horror element to it. But anyways, moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this movie a 9. I really do enjoy this. It is... it's one of the ones I might put on before, but there are other Ben Stiller movies I would probably enjoy more, unless I was like with a bunch of family or around a bunch of kids. Then this would definitely be one I would choose. I have no problem watching this when it comes on, but this isn't like one of my diehard favorite franchises, so. That is going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Join us next week where we will be watching Night at the Museum 2, Battle for the Smithsonian. Are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we will see you all in the next review.